An interesting point here is that Davis would actually wear Indian clothes or Indian-inspired clothes, but that would not really indicate that someone was Indian, because in the the 60s and 70s, it was just something that people did, trying to imitate native styles of dress and garments. Because prior, happening or being before, earlier. Prior to now, especially the 60s and 70s, everyone was dressing up, so it was impossible to tell. But now let's go back even further in American music history and go to the blues, or the origination of the blues. Blues is really thought of as a true black art form. With such renowned artists like Howlin' Wolf, you never think of any white or any other color blues musicians. But when you look at such an iconic blues musician like Howlin' Wolf, they say that he was actually taught how to play guitar by a guy named Charlie Patton.
He was an extremely mixed race guy, part Native American, part white, part of African descent.
And again, these achievements historically have been so overlooked because of their native identity. Related to that, they play this amazing scene where there are some native women performing songs, some traditional songs, and you can't help but hear a blues rhythm when they're performing this song. And it's incredible to think about this cultural influence that was a precursor to such a fundamental genre of music not getting recognized. And then the last artist, again mentioned more in passing, Robbie Robertson, who played in the band, who deserves a lot of credit for contributing to American music. So we've made it. Let's take a look. Even the founding of this city is named after an Indian chief, but very little recognition until, just a couple years now at most, where you start to see changes in the discourse, how people talk about the history, and how children are taught about it. There's definitely a push to, oh shit, that's too bright. There's definitely a push to pay more respect to these contributions that we find all across the United States. So why then is Stevie Salas focusing so much attention on finding these native musicians? Like we mentioned at the beginning, a lot of it was because he didn't see people who looked similar to him, the same complexion, the same upbringing. But he also says a lot of it was just trying to contribute something to Indian country, to show the people who live there that there are modern heroes and icons, people to look at as mentors, not just the examples that you're taught about in the history books. And he ends with a very thought-provoking quote. We knew the white story, we learned the black story, but the red story was never told. The whites, the blacks, and now the Indians. And I think he couldn't be more right. The sun keeps hiding behind these clouds and it is killing my lighting. Alright, but it's time for the vocab review. So we started with a site. Now I think most people know this word because we always say a website. Nowadays it's more of a tech word rather than a physical location. This park is a site. We used decline twice. The first meaning was to become smaller, to become less or diminish. And here the noun is decline, a decline. The decline of civilization is often mentioned. Or, the decline of an economy. Or maybe the decline of an individual person. In these cases, these are all negative. To decline in this sense is bad. However, what I mentioned in the video, the decline of this discrimination, is a positive decline. Hopefully that lessens. The second meaning of decline is to say no to something, to say no to an offer or an invitation. So you decline someone's request. You decline to do something. These are different types of declines. A contribution. The verb here is to contribute, and this is to help or to add something in order to help create something larger, to add a part to create the whole. And the examples that I was giving in this video were how Native Americans contributed to American music culture and hold very dear. If you ever have to work with another student in class, if you have to collaborate with a colleague, you contribute. You do part to create a whole. Okay, and our last one is prior. So this just means happening before or earlier. All of the stories that I was telling you about happened prior to now. They happened years ago. It was much earlier. And I will film this video prior to uploading it to YouTube and prior to you watching it. If you want to practice using any of this new vocabulary, write it in the comments and I'll let you know if you're using it properly.